If you need to generate meetings and pipeline fast for your business, whether you're a solopreneur, a consultant, freelancer, or even a agency, this is one of the quickest ways to do so. And what we're going to do here today is walk through how to identify competitors and influencers' posts on LinkedIn, scrape the people who have engaged in those posts, and then connect with them and send messages on LinkedIn. Now, of course, there is a much more complex way of doing this, but I wanted to share the leanest way of doing it. First of all, you want to identify some of the competitors or influencers on LinkedIn that target the same audience as you. So in my example here, I've got Matthew Putnam. He's talking about cold email and outbound emails, which is my wheelhouse. It's the services that I offer. So I think, and my hypothesis is that the people that are engaging and wanting the information from Matthew, who's sharing a email scorecard and some cold email copy, are more likely to be interested in my services than just a different person by a job title alone. So as you can see in this post here, there's 369 comments and 140 likers. Now, a lot of these people are going to be competitors. A lot of these people are going to be out of market or not my ideal customer profile, but I stand a much better chance of starting conversations with these people rather than just searching for founder or CEO or CMO, for example. So how can you do this? Now, a lot of people use Phantom Buster, and I see people recommend using Phantom Buster to get the comments and likes of LinkedIn posts. However, this uses your LinkedIn cookie, and that can be tracked by LinkedIn. And generally, I advise to not use Phantom Buster for anything like this when it's scraping on LinkedIn, because you're not supposed to automate LinkedIn at all. LinkedIn come down quite heavily on you if you are caught automating or abusing the automation. And I just think that LinkedIn is such a powerful and important business asset that I wouldn't want to risk anything like that happening. So I want to show you two places that you can find this data. The first is Scrapely. What this enables you to do is you can either scrape the competitors' company page followers or the commenters and likers on LinkedIn posts. It costs $45 for 10,000 followers, so 10,000 contacts in total, which is extremely cheap. I recommend Scrapely for one-off or bulk ones that you're doing, and there's another tool that I recommend for ongoing. So this is Scrapely, very simple. You just send in your requirements, they send you a sample, and then they give you a quote once they've done the research, and then you just pay via Wise or PayPal. Here's just a result of competitors here, and all of these profiles are people that are following some of the company profiles of my competitors. And as you can see, I've got thousands and thousands of rows of data for me to go after. Now, of course, I need to go and work out which job titles I need to target. Is it account executive? Is it sales? Or is it none of these? Do I just need to focus on the founders? That is, of course, a step you need to do in this process. So that's the first one, Scrapely. Highly recommend it. The second one, I am really happy to talk about now. I've been working with the Triggerfy team for a number of months from a product advisory point of view, and they've just launched the $99 a month plan, which allows you to track social signals. So if I just show you what that looks like here, at the moment I'm tracking Dave Gahart and Sangram Vaji. This again, just for an example, I wanted to see and target CMOs. Now, who do CMOs follow? They follow Sangram, they follow Dave Gahart. Of course, they follow many other people as well. But if I click here and look at Sangram in the table, it's going to update in a second. Since I've run the search, there's been 768 profiles that have engaged with Sangram's posts. However, 136 people have engaged with Sangram's post in the last 24 hours. So I now want to see whether these people are the right people for me. Let's say I'm targeting founders or CMOs. I can see that this is a chief marketing officer, Kimberly. I can click on her profile here. I can send her a connection request, and then I can send her a message once she connects. I typically don't recommend putting messages in your connection requests because it just screams sales or a pitch slap is coming. So I go with no message, and then no connection message, and then I send them a message once they've connected. I've actually put together a kind of like a starter pack especially for solopreneurs, which covers some LinkedIn outreach, some general guidelines, and a couple of frameworks that I've used successfully for myself and across some other clients. If you'd like access to that, just send me an email. I'll be able to get that across to you. But just to recap, Targeting your competitors or influencers, post engagers is a really effective way of starting more conversations with people who are more likely to be interested in your services if you get that targeting right. The tools to use are Scrapely and Triggerfy. Don't use Phantom Buster, and the quickest way to start conversations is to go straight direct on LinkedIn, especially if your audience is active on LinkedIn. Of course, if they're not active on LinkedIn, then you want to try another channel, which might be cold email, which might be cold calling. But yeah, there you go. Two very, very simple ways that are safe to scrape LinkedIn posts and commenters. All right, take care.